Alright, what's good YouTube? So there's a 30-hour snowstorm heading our way, and I'm going to take this opportunity to go out and do some street photography, and I'm taking you guys with me. Alright, we're good to go. And these are not ideal conditions for driving. Yep, that's just ice. And I had to stop at a gas station on my way to Capital City just to get that classic, you know, gas station in the middle of the night shot. Oh, that's looking good. The LED sign as well. Come on, get the car. There's the car. There it is. All right, sweet. Hello, Capital City. Man, the city looks empty. All right, we found a place to park, so let's go out and get ourselves a couple of good street shots, shall we? Alright, so for the first shot, I already know what I want to get. I saw this post on Instagram, and I want to sort of replicate it. And I think I know where the photo is taken. I might be wrong though, but we're going that way now. Oh no. The GoPro just fell off. While we are on the way to the place, just grab a couple of shots here. Come on. And that's all right. So the spot that I'm talking about is there on the bridge. We're gonna be shooting towards the city. We're gonna try to get the rooftop of that church in the shot along with the bridge. We'll see how that works out. Also, you might have noticed my DIY weather sealing. That's because I'm using a Sony A7 III and I'm using a Samyang 85mm f1.4, which is not weather sealed. I just wrapped it in some plastic from a loaf of bread I finished before going out and shooting. So it's a win-win situation, you know. Also, the GoPro fell off because I made a DIY clamp for my backpack. Like, man. Oh, okay, this looks awesome. Couple of shots along the way. Oh, we got a truck. Give guy coming our way. Let's get him as well. Nice. Got a train going by. Yep. That's enough of that. Alright, I think we're far enough to get the shot. Yep. Oh, sweet. It's alright. Alright, that's enough. Saying something here. There's this guy. I think I missed focus on that one. Anyways, as I said, I think it's time to make our way into the city and check out the old town. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also have an ND filter on the lens, just to be extra sure I don't get any moisture inside of it. Alright, we can get a closer shot of the rooftop of the church. I'm not sure how you call that pointy thing in English. It looks beautiful though. Although the other building has lights pointing towards it, so it kind of takes away the attention from the church's rooftop. Anyway, it looks good. Nothing there. It's nice to be off that bridge. It's a lot quieter in the old town, not a lot of cars. Really peaceful here. Police making sure that there's no gatherings in the city. We can, because of the whole COVID thing, we can still go out, but we can only do it with the people from our household. Man, the snowstorm's starting to die off. It was predicted it's gonna be snowing for like 30 hours straight. It's still snowing, but it's not a lot. Alright, let's grab some photos of the clock. And it's actually a pretty noticeable landmark here in Riga. That was a weak attempt. Way too bright. Shooting full manual mode. Nah, missed it. Completely missed it. Anyways, what I was saying is that the clock you just saw, oh, this might work. Oh, it does, sort of. Yep, it does, definitely does work. All right, as I was saying, the clock, it's a significant point of interest in the sense that when you ask a girl out on a date, that would usually be the meeting spot, and it's really romantic. It's become sort of this, like, you know, tradition, I would say, to go on the first date and meet up there next to that clock. And every other day you can see a guy there standing with some flowers, waiting for a girl, you know, on the first date. Well, not now because of the whole COVID situation and everything, I guess, but like in summer, during summertime and before this whole thing, you can always see somebody waiting for a date over there. Gotta get out of the way. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, switch back to the main screen. Sweet, thank you. Okay, we got the train station, the train stop. The train stand. Yeah, my English is not working now. All right, let's get this. Sweet, that's looking good. Let's go on like this. Yeah, man, that's what I do. I go out and I take photos of public transports. That's what I like to do in my free time now. But in all seriousness though, shooting in low light public transport, they just kind of work together really well, especially, you know, in these city shots. So definitely something you should try out if you're planning to try out street photography. And this is the university I dropped out of to make videos for YouTube. Well, not really videos for YouTube. I wanted to travel, so I left my home country and went to live in New Zealand for 2 years. Lived in a van, it was awesome. Now I'm back. Not really sure if I want to study. I was studying logistics and e-commerce. It was boring as all hell, man, like, for real. Now I'm just walking around like a homeless person with a camera taking photos. As long as you do what you like, doesn't really matter now, does it? Must resist not to take photo of public transport. Nah, I'm going for it. Ah, this one looks boring. Huh? This place definitely has a mood going for it. Alright, we found a cool Mustang. Let's take some photos of it. Let's grab some shots like these. The lighting is not really flattering here, so the car is beautiful though. Oh yeah, can make this work. All right. Okay, let's go. Man, tonight is not my night. You know, first of all, I thought it's gonna be really snowy. It's gonna be a proper snowstorm, but it's really dying down. Second of all, switched my GoPro to photo mode, so I'm not really sure how much of my talking I recorded, so I'll just repeat what I said. The third thing is what I said when the GoPro was taking photos, not videos, is that shooting full manual, bumped down the shutter speed to mess around with some slower shutter shots. Forgot to bump it up and I was taking some other photos. Kind of a dumb mistake, but it happens. Also, it's a lot warmer than I thought. I thought I'll need a second battery, but this one is holding all right. By the way, a pro tip for you guys if you're going out shooting in real cold places is to take the second batteries and put them somewhere warm. Like for example, I'm holding my second battery here with my wallet where it's nice and warm, so when I put it in the camera it still has a full charge. Otherwise, if you keep it in the cold, the charge is slowly going to drop and you're going to put it in your camera and it's going to be like 60% left. So okay, try to get a shot like this. A bit too close. Let's back up as much as we can. Can we get it from here? Oh man, this is gonna be a tight squeeze. That's a tight squeeze. No, I don't think it's really working out. Okay, let's carry on. What about here? Nice little street shot. I guess you could hear. I wonder if you heard my knees crack. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, so today I'm just shooting with the 85mm. Really don't want to change lenses in the snow, because when you take off the lens you have your sensor exposed. You need to be really careful when you're doing that, especially out here in the snow, in the snowstorm. Alright, I know where I am. Really close to the car actually. But I would really like to go out and do street photography with something like 100 to 400mm lens. See what I can come up with. Yeah, at this point I'm not really even paying attention. Hold on, we need to get at least a couple of shots before we go back home. Oh, okay, let's wait for the train. All right. Kind of have my mind set on going home at the moment, so you know, hard to concentrate. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention, accessory that I really love with these small camera bodies is this thumb grip that you put in your hot shoe mount. This really helps with the ergonomics of the small body of the Sony A7 III. Like, I prefer the small body of the A7 III rather than a big chunky DSLR, and probably it's because when I was in New Zealand I had an old Canon 80D with a big beefy Sigma 18-35, and since I was living in a van I had to, you know, carry it around with me everywhere I went, and after 2 years of doing that, you know, it was kind of a chore to take photos with it, and I wanted to something really small and compact. Now with the Sony A7 III I'm really happy. Got this thing used, probably gonna make a video about this as well, about getting used photography gear. All right, before we go back to the car, actually there's some shots that we could still try and get, so let's do that. Might as well if we are here, you know. All right, it's looking nice and clean. 85 mils. Oh, okay, we got 1/80. That's not what we want. Be like 1/200 at least. Got the camera's in-body stabilization turned on. ISO 1600. Let's get this. Okay, let's zoom in a bit as well. Come on. Zoomed out, it looks the best. All right. Ah. All right, that's it.